Thank goodness they're off. Away they go. Off and racing with nearly 3 miles in front of them. The Chepstow Trade Centre Novices Hurdle begins. Then Ask Me Early, a little tentative there. Jumping very big at the first flight there was Orsino. He'll need to brush up that technique if he's to get involved as they race then downhill. And now Blackjack Kentucky has come through to lead with Ask Me Early and Walk in the Mill close up on their outside. Settling in fourth is Jane's Little Voice. Mercian Knight is next alongside Memphis Belle, and Orsino is to the rear end of the field. So they're in single file really as they head out of the back straight and move towards home in this Chepstow Trade Centre Novices Hurdle. And it's Blackjack Kentucky, Harry Cobden on board, leading up from Ask Me Early, who is in second place, and then Walk in the Mill in third place, followed by Jane's Little Voice. After Jane's Little Voice is Mercian Knight on the outside, and Memphis Belle tucks in behind them. Orsino is the back marker. So into the straight. Once they straighten up, almost immediately they'll see that second flight ahead of them. And the leader is Blackjack Kentucky, and Harry Cobden coming down towards this second flight. Blackjack Kentucky from Ask Me Early, and Walk in the Mill on the stand side of that group in the dark blue and white sleeves. He jumped well, so too did Mercian Knight, better than Jane's Little Voice, and a gap then to Memphis Belle and Orsino as they come relatively quickly down towards flight 3, and Blackjack Kentucky. That time around it was Ask Me Early who ballooned that flight of hurdles, gave it twice as much height as was necessary. That allowed Walk in the Mill to nose into second place, and Mercian Knight follows the leader on the inside of very close fourth. Memphis Belle back with Jane's Little Voice and Orsino. So those three outsiders just a little bit behind the main players. As they come now with 2 miles left to run and approach the fourth flight of hurdles, Blackjack Kentucky. Far side with that noseband. The grey is Ask Me Early, and then Walk in the Mill and the yellow jacket of Mercian Knight. Mercian Knight didn't treat that hurdle with much respect. Neither did Orsino, who, not for the first time, was untidy in rear. They come by then with a circuit left to run, and now a very long run before they get to flight number 5, and Blackjack Kentucky still shows out in front from Walk in the Mill on the outside of Ask Me Early. Close up is Mercian Knight. These four about 3 or 4 lengths up on Memphis Belle, Jane's Little Voice, and Orsino still in last place. Turning up the hill now, Blackjack Kentucky is half length in front of Ask Me Early, with Walk in the Mill back in third position, Mercian Knight still fourth, and after these, Memphis Belle together with Jane's Little Voice and Orsino. So this is the first of the 4 flights over on the far side coming right up now. Flight number 5, Blackjack Kentucky, with the narrow lead as they approach this flight of hurdles. Second place is Ask Me Early. Walk in the Mill still right there in third as they take this one. Walk in the Mill slightly ponderous there, was out-jumped by Mercian Knight. The other 3 are still in this. Memphis Belle, Jane's Little Voice, Orsino on the outside as they take the next one. Walk in the Mill just coming under a little bit of pressure here, both with his jumping and his rider, James Bowen, just squeezing along a little bit as they take the third of their flights, where Mercian Knight comes under pressure away from it. The leader is still Blackjack Kentucky, and still his nearest pursuer is Ask Me Early, with Walk in the Mill, Mercian Knight, Orsino into 5th place ahead of Memphis Belle, and after those is Jane's Little Voice. They've just swapped places, those, Jane's Little Voice and Memphis Belle now the back marker. So a little bit of altering of the order in behind the leader, who is still Blackjack Kentucky. He's led all the way, with still just a half a length away Ask Me Early, and then trading places once again Mercian Knight and Walk in the Mill. You'd imagine these 4 would soon stamp their authority over the other 3. It's beginning to work out a little bit like that with the chasers, Orsino and Jane's Little Voice and Memphis Belle, just a little bit behind now. as they move towards the home straight. So Blackjack, Kentucky, leading from Ask Me Early. Walk in the Mill is having to work very hard to hold third place at the moment. Walk in the Mill, whose name will be right in the mix when it comes to the Grand National Weights unveiled on February the 11th. He's in third place, ahead of Mercy and Knight, both nudged along. In behind those is Jane's Little Voice, who's not that far behind them and has done well to shake off the other two, Memphis Belle and Orsino, as they come to the third last. Blackjack, Kentucky leads the way from Ask Me Early in second place, and Walk in the Mill gallantly plugging on in behind those. Mercy and Knight been beaten off now, truly, and Jane's Little Voice has got a hope of going fourth shortly. The second last flight, Blackjack, Kentucky, over that one safely. Walk in the Mill continues to grind it out in second place now, just ahead of Ask Me Early as this long run down towards the final flight of hurdles continues. So it's Blackjack, Kentucky staying on ahead of Walk in the Mill and Ask Me Early. A distance then to Jane's Little Voice back in fourth place. A look around for Harry Cobden. Blackjack, Kentucky looks in good shape as he comes now down towards the last. He's 6 lengths clear of Walk in the Mill and Ask Me Early at the final flight. Blackjack, Kentucky landed awkwardly on all fours, but he's got distance to play with here. Short running. Blackjack, Kentucky pushed right out, makes all to win for Paul Nicholls and Harry Cobden. Very tight call for second place. Walk in the Mill alongside Ask Me Early, and they were clear of Jane's Little Voice and Mercy and Knight.